Hi, I'm Allegra Gast, and I'm a registered dietitian and international board certified lactation consultant. I'm a mom of four, including twins, and I'm passionate about helping families meet their breastfeeding goals. Today, I've partnered with Momcozy to teach you all about breast pumping. For learning purposes, I will be going over the Momcozy mobile flow. So first of all, what is breast pumping? So breast pumping is when you use a medical device, a pump, to help remove milk. So it is supposed to mimic a baby being at the breast. So typically a baby is what is removing the milk, but if you are separated from baby, you want someone else to be pump or to be bottle feeding your baby. Maybe you're at work, you're separated for any reason, and maybe you just want a little more flexibility. Whatever reason, you want to still remove milk, and so you're going to be using the pump, the medical device, to mimic your baby and remove that milk. There are different types of pumps out there. The first one is a manual pump. A manual pump is where you are manually removing the milk. It is not electric, there's a handle and then the bottle, and you are manually pulling out that milk. The second is an electric pump. This is what you plug into the wall, and you're typically tied down to the wall. You have to sit in your little pumping corner and you're having to remove milk that way. Then there is a portable pump. A portable pump is a motor that you can carry around. You do not have to plug it into the wall. The flanges are usually visible, the bottles, and you are pumping with this portable pump. So you can walk around with it. It is portable. A wearable pump, like the Momcozy Mobile Flow, is where you wear it. So you typically put it right inside your bra, and then you can walk around, you can do whatever you want, and it can remove milk and provide that extra stimulation while you are wearing it. So it can be very convenient, and that's what the Mobile Flow, the Momcozy Mobile Flow type of pump is. It's a wearable pump. So the first thing you want to do before you pump is make sure you have the right flange size. So we come in all different shapes and sizes. So finding the right flange size, which is the part that your nipple goes through, is going to be very important. The way that you can measure this is by using Momcozy's nipple ruler. And just for learning purposes with this breast model, we're going to put your nipple right in between the hole. And this one is a little too big, so this is the 18 millimeter. And you're just going to put your nipple inside the hole to where the nipple fills the entire hole up. So this nipple here is a 15 millimeter size. Then you're going to add about 2 millimeters on top of that. So for this nipple here, this breast demo, I would recommend a 17 millimeter flange. So then Momcozy gives you different sizes, and this one here is a 17 millimeter flange, and you're just going to insert it right into the hole. So you want to make sure that the flange is very comfortable. It's not pinching your nipple, your areola, which is the dark part around the nipple. This is your areola. You want to make sure it's not being pulled through either, because that can affect your milk supply and it can be very uncomfortable. So we want to make sure that it's just your nipple going through and it's nice and comfortable. So before you pump, you want to make sure that you have clean hands. So make sure that you've cleaned your hands beforehand. Then the first time you'll pump, the very first time that you pump with your new pump, you want to make sure that you sterilize all the parts that encounter the milk. So you're going to take the motor off. This should not touch water or be sterilized or cleaned. So you're going to take the motor off, and then you're just going to wash the parts that encounter the milk. So that's going to be your flange here. That's going to be your diaphragm. So you're just going to open this up. This is the diaphragm here. And then you're going to take apart the bottom, which is the collection of milk where your milk is going to fall into. That's going to be this compartment here. And then you're also going to take apart this inner part, which is your duckbills. And all these parts is what you're going to wash. So when you put it together, you're going to put the duckbill here, right on top. And after you've pumped, there is a little spigot here, so you can just pour it out into the bottle and then give your milk to your baby that way after you've pumped. So you'll put the top on, and you can lock it there so it stays in place. Then you're going to make sure that the diaphragm is snapped in. And then you're going to put this bottom portion underneath. It just clips in nicely. And then you're going to have your motor, and you just put it into here. And there you've got your pump. And so this is the wearable pump. You'll put this into your bra. And what I love about the Momcozy Mobile Flow is the different settings. So it is synced with your iPhone, with your phone, and their app, so that you can see how many ounces that you might be pumping without having to actually pull the pump out and see how much you're getting. You can just refer back to your app to see how much you have. So you're gonna just turn it on. And there are two different modes to pumping. There's the stimulation mode and then the expression mode. If you think about a baby at the breast, when they first come on, they have to stimulate your milk. So they're going to stimulate your body to have that letdown, to release that milk. So when you first start pumping, you're going to have the stimulation mode. And then once you feel like your milk is flowing, it's starting to go, then you're going to press the expression mode. And the expression mode is when baby has a stronger suck and is really getting more of that milk. So you're going to hear different settings. You're going to hear a more frequent suck and then the deeper type of suck. And that's the expression mode. So you're going to start pumping. There is also a setting, a toggle from left to right breast, and that is going to notify your app which breast you're pumping on. So you can put this in your left and this on your right. So you'll have double stimulation going, and then you're just going to change the settings there. Then you can toggle the stimulation and expression mode. And then the plus and minus here is how strong you want it to be. So this is going to be individualized, but you want to go to the highest that feels comfortable. You want to make sure that it's comfortable and not painful. So I usually recommend starting on the low setting and slowly work up to what feels comfortable. So then you just have it in your bra and you are just pumping. And after about 15 minutes or so, or, depending on how long you typically will pump for, you can take it out and then you can see how much milk you have and then put it in a bottle and feed to baby that way. So since pumping is very individualized, I would strongly recommend working with an IBCLC lactation consultant if it's feeling uncomfortable, if you're having pain, if you're experiencing a decrease in your milk supply, or you need to increase your milk supply for any reason. Definitely reach out to an IBCLC lactation consultant. Often the uses I see out of a breast pump are typically when you are separated from your baby, if you're trying to increase your supply, so maybe you're breastfeeding your baby and they're taking both sides, but you need to increase your supply. Pumping can be a great way to add extra stimulation to help remove more milk, which will help with your milk supply. It can even help with engorgement. Now, I do want to say with engorgement, any milk removed is going to tell your body to keep making milk. So if you're very engorged, I would only pump for a few minutes just to relieve that engorgement, especially if you're not trying to cause an oversupply. If you're feeding your baby and you're still a little more engorged or baby's only taking one side, maybe you pump just to alleviate that engorgement from your opposite breast. And then whatever you collect, you could either give to your baby or put in your freezer to help build a freezer stash. Pumping can also be great if you are separated from your baby. Maybe you've returned to work or you're going away for a certain amount of time. You would want to pump to replace that feeding. So just to recap, pumping can be a great way to add a little more flexibility into your schedule. Maybe you're separated, maybe you want someone else to bottle feed your baby. So pumping can be a great way to kind of help with that milk removal and provide more stimulation. Breastfeeding and pumping is very complex. I wouldn't have a job if it was easy. So if you're encountering any struggles, any concerns, definitely reach out to your local IBCLC lactation consultant. I'd also encourage you to join Momcozy's Facebook group for extra support. And you can definitely like, share, and comment on this video and just help support more moms in their breastfeeding journeys. You're doing a great job. I know how hard this journey is, but you're doing a great job. All right, take care, Mama.
Cozy Power by Momcozy.